welcome back to the channel. Today I want to talk about some things that I find really essential when I'm traveling. I've got a trip coming up, which I'm very excited about. We're going on a Virgin Voyages cruise to the Dominican Republic in about a week, and I'm sort of gathering some things I'm going to need, and I thought while I'm doing it, I'll share it with all of you. So I'm going to go through this. I have a whole bunch of stuff in front of me. I'm going to go through it. Some of it really is just for cruise travel, and then the rest is just what I like to use or what's good for travel in general. So I hope you'll be able to use some of these and on your next trip. I will link everything down in the description as to where I purchase things so that you can access them too. All right, first things first, right? So you're going to get on the ship, and the first thing you're going to need is your luggage information. And they now send you luggage tags that you have to print out yourself at home. And so I found these great little luggage tags, and they come with a tie. So you print out your tag. It usually has a color on it, and it'll say what deck you're on. And then you shove it in here, and it snaps in place. And then you put this through, and then onto the handle of your luggage, you then insert one end into another, and then it actually screws closed. So it's very, very secure on your luggage. It won't, as I'm fumbling with it, you just screw this together, and it will stay on your luggage, right? So it's not a flimsy piece of paper in case you're boarding in the rain that would get wet or get ripped off. So this is great to have if you are on a cruise line that needs you to print out your own luggage tags and adhere it to your luggage. This is a great thing for that. The next thing is cruise cabins are, the walls, if you will, of a cruise cabin are made of metal by and large. So I love to bring these hooks. I know everybody who does a video of essentials always says bring hooks, and they really, really do work. I've got a couple of different sizes here. I had these on a previous trip, and they did work well, but I just purchased some bigger hooks that have they can hold a heavier weight. So you put this up against the walls in the cruise, and it's great. You can put them in the bathroom, hang more things. I like to put them in the room. I will hang my beach bag up, or even like my my beach cover up, my beach hat. These are great to have. So get yourself some hooks, and you can use those. Next thing on the list is there's never enough outlets, right, to plug in all of our rechargeables between phones and iPads or laptops, whatever you may have. So I got this great adapter. Now, you can't have a surge protector on a cruise, remember that. But this is great because it's got 1, 2, 3 plugs, and then it's got a USB-C and 2 USB-A ports. So it's nice because you can put your phone in the port if you've got a USB-C phone like I do, and then the rest of the plugs you can use. There's more space, enough space here for my husband and I both to be able to use this same adapter in the room, and it's flush. It's got the plug will fit flush into the wall, and it's not that big, and it's got a long enough cord as well. So that's always a good thing to have. So those are the things that. Oh no, one more thing. So not exactly specific to cruises, but just in general when I'm traveling, but especially on a cruise, there are never ever enough hangers. So I found these travel hangers, which I absolutely adore. They just open up, like pop open like this, and then you've got, I think they come 8 in a pack or 4 in a pack. Anyway, it's there in the link below. There are many options for you to buy them, and yeah, they're great. I love them. I throw them in my bag. This is 4, and I just kind of put a rubber band around them and throw them in my suitcase, and they are definitely great to have because there will never be enough hangers. Now that said, you can always ask your cabin steward for additional hangers, but if you're like me and you're in the room and you want to unpack, sometimes you have to wait. So these are, doesn't take up much room in your luggage at all, and they really weigh nothing. So those are great to have in the room. So here's a great thing. I love this. So I'm a little bit of I don't want to say germaphobe, but okay, I'm a germaphobe, and I do not want to be walking around on a floor that, thousands of other people in their bare feet have walked on before me. So I bring travel slippers. I love them. I get them online. They usually come 6 or 8 in a pack. They're like small, medium, and large. I usually get the mediums. I wear a women's size 8, but these are amazing. They weigh almost nothing. They're exactly like the slippers. If you stay in a higher end hotel, you'll often find they give you slippers like this, but you can just buy them for yourself. So they're disposable, but admittedly, I do wear them for a couple of trips, and then I'll finally throw them out. But they're just great to have. Like, they're lightweight, and just wear them around in the room, and they're a great addition. You know, you can wear your flip-flops or even your beach sandals or whatever, but, you know, you've been to the beach with them, and sometimes they get sandy or dirty. So these are just nice slippers for the room. Now, that said, I upped my game, and I just bought new ones, which are like comfy, cushy. So they're not that much bigger to put in my luggage. A little bit thicker, admittedly, but these are very cushiony. So I'm going to try this out on this trip. But slippers, just really great to have a small investment. I think you'll love them. Okay, moving on. Let's talk about cosmetics, shall we? So I bring a big cosmetics bag. This one happens to be, it's actually a Vera Bradley bag that I just got recently because I spilled purple shampoo in my other bag. I don't want to talk about it. These are great. So it's a big bag, and you know, it's got a hanger on it, so you can hook this up either on the towel rack bar or from a hook. The hook in the bathroom, I usually put it on the back of the bathroom wall, and it's great. All these pockets, of which there are many, are lined in plastic. So if something does spill in there, it's not the worst thing in the world. There's these pockets here, and then there's mine's got a big zipper pocket on the bottom. So I get everything I absolutely need here in terms of toiletries and cosmetics. And then it folds up, and yeah, just kind of sits right in my luggage. It's really not that big as far as toiletry or cosmetic bags go, but I do love the feature that when you get to your destination, you just pop it open and everything's at the ready. So I highly recommend a travel bag like this or you know, something similar. That said, we've got now all the toiletries and cosmetics. So I recently found through another YouTube travel influencer these, I'm going to call them Tetra Packs because I don't know what else to call them, but these are so great. I did a trial run on a long weekend trip that we just took recently to the beach, and basically they're just really skinny packs. You open them up, they've got a pretty decent size mouth to fill, maybe 3/4 of an inch. Seal it up, and they just don't take up a lot of space, right? So I will put my shampoo in here, my conditioner. I like to bring my own shower gel because I'm going to use it with my little travel scrunchie. Excuse me. So these are great to have, and they come, buy them online. They come in, this one has 3 different sizes, which I think are great. And here's we've got small, medium, large, medium, small. And I think this was a pack of, like, I don't know, 24, so, or maybe even bigger than that, but they're and really inexpensive, great to have. Love these. So I talked about my shower gel, so I always travel with a little travel size scrunchie, washable scrunchie. I love these things. I do like shower gels as opposed to bar soap. I usually bring my own, so I just either let this dry out the last night before I come home and bring it home and reuse it. I'm a big proponent for not wasting and reusing when you can, or after a couple of trips, I will just leave it at the last destination and have them throw it out. But these are great to travel with. Speaking of Tetra Packs, I found this recently and I just love it. So I use, my husband and I both use Josie Moran body butter. And if you're familiar with the product, it comes in a big tub. I found this little one at Sephora. It's like just a little, I don't know, how many ounces is this? 2 fluid ounces. And it's perfect for a week's trip. It's got just enough lotion in here, and it's just so perfectly sized to fit in my cosmetics bag. I normally bring a bigger kind of jar. I'll take lotion out of our big jar and shove it in, but this is much better. I bought this for my husband, but I'm gonna probably fight with him for it to use it myself. But If you like that type of product, again, it's available in Sephora. I'll put the link in below. So that's that. Let's see. What else? I have so many things down here. So these are these little silicone bottle protectors that you put over anything that's liquid that may leak. So I just love these. I just got introduced to these recently too. I don't know where the heck I've been, but it's great. You put them on anything that you don't want to spill or potentially spill or leak out. So I had this on some lotion. This is on the infamous purple shampoo that I had spill all over the inside of my previous travel bag. So yeah, these are great, and they come in different sizes, and they're just like a silicone prophylactic type of thing. You just put it on top, and they're great. I love them. All right, moving on. We have, okay, you're gonna laugh when you see these. I just discovered these recently. They are these like little, I don't know, cuffs, I'm gonna call them. And when I wash my face at night, I get makeup-y water all down my arms, my wrists, and it also gets all over my sink. I don't know if anybody else has this problem, but I certainly do. And I saw somebody talk about these online, and I got them, and I don't even know how I lived without them. So I just pop them on every night when I'm gonna wash my face, and literally any kind of drippy that's coming down my arms doesn't end up, down my elbow and up into my shirt or my jammies. So yeah, they're great. And you wear them a couple times and you throw them in the washer with your towels. They're fantastic. And in addition to that, I like to put my hair back when I'm washing my face, and I use a buff. I know there's a lot of products out there that have this type of I can't think of the word. I was going to say terracotta, but that is so wrong. Terry cloth kind of fabric. I find those to be just a little bit bulky for me, so this is a buff. It's like branded buff, and it's elastic, and so I just put it on, and it really holds my short hair. It holds it back nicely when I'm washing my face at night. And truth told, I also use it as a shower cap. So I just put the whole thing on, and then it kind of covers my whole head and keeps my hair dry if I'm not washing my hair that day, but I'm taking a shower. So I love this. It's buff, and I will link it below. All right, where can we go from here? Okay, let's talk about makeup. So I have this great. This is from It Cosmetics, and it's this amazing. It's called the Beauty Book, and when you open it up, it's got everything you need in one little, probably 6 by 3 inch compact. Look at that, it's perfect. So it's got I'm gonna start here. So it's got your under eye concealer. It has your it doesn't have a foundation, so admittedly you have to bring your own foundation, but beyond that, it's got your under eye concealer. It's got all of these shadows, highlighter, eyeliners that you can use wet. It's got lip gloss, it's got blush, and it's got contour and setting powder. I mean, what more can you need? And the colors are really good. As you can see, I really evidently why I loved that one, and I've worked my way through them. Yeah, I just pop this in my bag. It's really nice. It just kind of all folds up, and it's just perfect. Like, this is what you need in a bit of foundation, some mascara, you're good to go. So love this. It Cosmetics. It's called the Beauty Book. I've had this for a while, but we'll go online and see. I'm sure they still carry it. In that same vein, I travel with a mirror. Because have you put your makeup on in a hotel room where there is no natural light anywhere? And if you're lucky enough to have a magnifying mirror in the bathroom, great, but mostly you don't. So, you're 40 feet away from the mirror, trying to put your shadow on. So this mirror, honestly, my husband bought this for me years ago. It is battery run, but you turn the light on and it's got like a super duper magnification. I usually, prop it up on something so I can see, or, I do hold it close, but it's just nice to have. It's a lit mirror. There are some others on the market, and I'll put the links to those too, this has batteries, but you can get ones with LED lights, and it's just really nice to have. I think this doesn't even weigh a pound, so it's kind of nothing to put in your bag. And I do use it. Okay, let's see. What else do we have? We've done that. All right, let's talk about, so we'll talk about medicine a little bit. So I throw together, and this is just automatically in my luggage. I have it every time I go, and it's just like a little kind of first aid kit, right? So inside I've got Benadryl, I've got like a Neodymium antibacterial kind of cream, I've got Imodium, I usually have some cold pills in here, I've got Pepto-Bismol, are you sensitive? I throw in a couple of masks because, you never know. Speaking of which, I actually have a prescription that I filled for Paxlovid. So in case I contract COVID, I've got the medicine with me at the ready if I need it, especially being far away from home. I have this nasal spray in that I swear by. It's Zicam nasal gel, love it. And I usually put a couple of other things in here too. Usually, depending on the season, I might throw some cold meds in. But anyway, it's just a good thing to have at the ready that you just always leave packed and ready to go. It can live in your luggage if you want. Mine usually does. And just a nice little first aid kit. I have one. I also add some Band-Aids to it, things like that you may need. So that's great. That's always great to have. As you all know, I have been on GLP-1 medicine, Tirzepatide, Mounjaro. So I bought this little travel pack. So I can, if I need to take a shot while I'm away, I bring this, and it's worked out very, very well. So it's a little zipper thing, and if you open it up, you'll see there are two of these. You put them in the freezer night before, and they will freeze up. And then that morning that I'm going to travel, I throw the pen or pens in here depending on how long I'm going to be gone. If you are on a compound, you can put the vial in. You can also, there's room for syringes. And then there's room in the front. I'll put some alcohol, the swabs in here, so I have them here, everything at the ready. And I've already had to use it, and it's worked out very, very well. I took it to Mexico on our last trip to Mexico a couple months ago, and by the time I got to the hotel, everything was still cold in here. It wasn't frozen, but it was still cold. And then we had a refrigerator in the room, and I put the pen in there until I needed it a couple of days later. So good to have. Let's see, what else? Just a couple more things. So I always travel with, I can't say enough about traveling with resealable bags. I mean, you have to have them because you just never know when you're going to have to put something in a sealable bag that you don't want to leak all over, like your purple shampoo. Also, if you have a wet bathing suit at the end of your travel for whatever reason, you could throw it in here as well. So traveling with resealable bags is a great idea. And then last on the list is I always throw in my luggage either usually two of these shopping bags because in most places nobody gives you a bag anymore, which is great, right? But what are you going to put your stuff in? Especially if you're shopping for groceries or something like that. If you're in Europe, there's no bag, so you're going to have to buy one, and then you're going to end up with 50 bags. So I have had these bags. You saw it was rolled up into that little teeny tiny. I've had these bags for over 20 years, and everybody admires them. They open up. They're a great size. They're by a company called Envirosac. You can get them online. I'll link it. And yeah, it's just perfect. It's the perfect size. You can fit a lot of stuff in here, right? And it's not just for, if you're shopping or groceries. They're good to just throw in case you want to, I don't know, roll up your towel in here, or, if you've got shoes on that you don't want to then, I don't know, I'm making stuff up, but you get the drift, right? And then when you're done, it just literally folds in half. You fold this down. I'm going to do a bad job at this, but anyway, it rolls back up into this tiny little ball again. Honestly, I even put them in my purse, even when I'm at home, because I'd rather just, if I'm running into the CVS to get two things, I'd rather pop it in this than I have it. So yeah, I think that's it. I've covered all of my favorites. I'm sure there's more, but as I gather things, I can always do a second one, or I don't think anything here is an epic fail because I've used them except for this. This is going to be a first time for this, but everything else I actually have used, I have traveled with, and I do recommend them. So I hope you've got a trip planned soon. As I said, we're going on a cruise in a week, and I will send you some videos from the cruise. We'll talk about that as well, but in the meantime, stay well, stay safe. Thanks for watching. If you want to see more videos, please like and subscribe down below. And yeah, have a great rest of your day. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.